smallest bit of that with Fred. I think he's changed it a little bit.
Yeah.
The more upright, or the more we can raise this handle, the less the face of the putter is going to want to rotate open and rotate closed. Okay? So that being said, I'm not expecting any of you to take this thing and run it vertical. Okay? Because the putter doesn't set up for that unless we bend it and do some weird things to it. But what I am asking you, if you're a person where the handle gets a little low, and as you can see that putter grip starts to run into my fingertips and not kind of up my lifeline a little bit. Again, if I want to connect my shoulders the same way we did in the training aids, if I want to connect this thing to my forearms and start to use that triangle system, having this thing running up the pads of my hands allows me to kind of extend my forearms to the putter face. The lower my hands want to get, and the more I hold this thing in the fingertips, the more this thing will want to wave and close, and also allow for that left hand or that left wrist to break down. If I'm running this thing up here, all of a sudden the ability of my wrist to hinge and break is minimalized. If I take that thing and put it in my fingertips, and I'm going to use Kathleen as my example. Kathleen, come this way, and I want you to take this putter. Okay. I want you to take this putter and I want you to grip it entirely in your fingertips. Perfect.
Okay.
It's going to meet your pad. How easy is it for this thing to rotate and kind of oscillate? Very easy. Now if I take this thing and run it more up the pad or the lifeline, immediately it might not feel quite as comfortable, but how easy is it now to operate and kind of rotate or break down to that side? So that's something to think about. One way I can do that initially is simply by taking the putter. If my handle's low, it's going to be real hard to get it in the lifeline of my hand without crouching down and getting in this position. If I raise that handle up a little bit, just the slightest, all of a sudden it meets itself right there in the lifeline or kind of the pad or the middle ground of my hand. It should hopefully allow for less breakdown. But again, if it's fingertips, that thing, our fingertips have muscles running all the way up our forearms. Our palms and our hands have fewer muscles, okay? They want to break down less and less and less. So, I want you to keep that in mind. It's not something we all have to adopt today, but it's certainly something to think about. And the one way that you can figure that out initially is to simply take this thing, stand it up slightly, remaneuver your grip just a little bit and see. Is it now more of an extension of my forearms, or am I still running through my fingertips?